Russell Westbrook has revitalized his NBA career this season with the Denver Nuggets, and he is the perfect running mate alongside Nikola Jokic, and especially a really good sixth man off the bench. In 42 games played so far this season, he's come off the bench in 21 of them and started 21. So in exactly half of his games, he has started, and in half the games, he has come off the bench. And this would be an awkward transition, especially for a former superstar MVP type player, but Russell Westbrook has handled it with a lot of grace and took it in stride. And only a couple of years ago, and even last season, people were saying that Russell Westbrook was washed and wasn't going to be a solid NBA player anymore, especially on a contending team. But this season, he's come into Denver and averaged 13 points, 5 rebounds, and 6.5 assists, as well as a steal and a half on 46% shooting and 34% from three. And that is only in 27 minutes a game, and in a weird role between a starter and a sixth man. But he has been the perfect addition to this Denver Nuggets offense, especially in the second unit, because he's given this team a lot more energy and an up-paced tempo when he's on the floor, which they have been lacking for a lot of time now. Denver has often been a very slow and methodical team based on how Nikola Jokic plays. But when Westbrook comes on the court, it adds a little bit more pace and tempo to this Denver offense, and it allows them to have a change of pace when he's on the court, which allows Nikola Jokic to also work better with defenses being a little bit thrown off about how to guard an offense that has a fast-paced player in Westbrook and a slower-paced player in Nikola Jokic. And Nikola Jokic has been exceptional for Russell Westbrook's career so far, because Jokic and Westbrook can play off of each other so incredibly well, and it's been shown this season. But Westbrook also really benefits Jokic as well, as I mentioned before. And for a player of Russell Westbrook's caliber to start coming off the bench in half the games is often a struggle between a coach and a player, especially an MVP caliber player, because Russell Westbrook in his prime was averaging triple-double seasons for 4 times, and it's hard for those kind of elite players to take a different role as they get older and start to lose their athleticism. But Russell Westbrook has done this almost perfectly, because he's just kept a smile on his face and done whatever he needs to do to help the team win, and he hasn't complained, and no one has ever heard him complain about coming off the bench, and there's been no drama about it in Denver. And that's been one of the things that's really helped him to keep his career going the past couple of seasons, because there's so many players that have been superstars earlier in their career, and when they're asked to come off the bench as they get older and diminish a little bit, they make a big deal about it, or request a trade, or refuse to come off the bench. And we've even seen it with some high-profile stars recently in the past couple of years. And I'm not going to name names, but it has gotten out, and it's a bad look on the player. But Russell Westbrook has done a really good job of coming off the bench and accepting his role, and has played really well in that role, and has really helped the Denver Nuggets to really ascend to a different level of play this season. And for a long time, the Nuggets bench was their biggest nemesis, and Westbrook has really helped to revitalize their bench unit and has really pulled that unit together and helped to elevate their play. It was only a couple of years ago in LA that Russell Westbrook was seen as washed and not a good NBA player anymore, and he was really looked down upon when he was with the Lakers. But he has come back and started to play exceptionally well with the Denver Nuggets, and it's really nice to see him really find his stride in Denver and play significant minutes on a real contending team. I do think that Denver is better off with him on the court, and he's going to be a key contributor if Denver makes a deep playoff run this season. Let me know if you think that Russell Westbrook is still a Hall of Fame caliber point guard throughout his career, and also let me know if Denver will make a deep playoff run this season. God bless you all. Have an amazing day, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. God bless.